playing this. I really am. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm tired or what. It's just nice. You get in here, listen to the things, explore the world. I do wonder how I'm gonna feel about it when I have to go for like 2 more laps with Nightmare in Hell. But I don't think I'll have too much of a problem. It just won't have as much of a wow punch when I see the cinematics again. I walk around the corner to get loot. These guys resurrecting though, they're a bit of an issue because I just kind of want to like pick shit up and move, and they're kind of still here. But yeah, look, if Nick's not traveling for work or something like that, then I'll probably just stream next week. For anybody that's new in, I had planned to stream Monday and Friday next week and have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off because my partner was traveling for work and I have my affiliate stream on Friday. So I figured, you know, why not?
I am overburdened.
But if he's not going to travel, pretty much probably just going to be like, yeah, no, I'll stream. Because it's just, why not? I think I can fit that there because I can almost fit like an extra head or something in that spot. Battling dart, maybe? There we go.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I didn't think so. What? My wife is home. I'd rather be alone unless we have to do our set social interactions. If she isn't home, I feel really uncomfortable. It's weird. Couldn't care when she's home. In the other room, and I haven't talked to her for 4 to 5 hours. When she isn't here, I feel alone and uncomfortable. See, there is a... what do you call it? It's kind of... when you're alone with somebody in your own presence and you're doing your own thing, I tend to find that that's a really good sign of like having a good relationship and stuff with your partner, because you don't have to be constantly in each other's face, interacting, talking, watching the same shows, you know, stuff like that. As long as you're both in the same place at the same time and just like doing your own thing, you're spending time with each other. That's how I view it, right? A lot of people do not view that the same way, but I've always kind of just seen it that way, that if I'm in the presence of another person, I'm actively socializing, even if no words coming out of our mouth. You better believe I did 6 hours of socializing when I was sitting there, you know, scrolling on my phone. Like that kind of thing, right? Like not to that degree of like scrolling on the phone, but still, you know, that kind of like logic of you're just near each other, you're spending time together. Whereas like, I don't know, I don't mind like sitting down and watching shows and stuff like that. There's so few for like my partner and I that overlap. He likes a lot more comedy stuff, comedy and dramas and stuff, and I don't really get much out of comedy. I have a sense of humor, I just don't have like slapstick kind of stand-up humor or anything like that. So a lot of it's kind of like trying to be funny for funny sake. I don't get much out of it. I was on Diablo 2 when I was younger. The Hammer Diablo 2 when it came out. Yeah. Nah, it's all good. I just figure, like, sometimes when I play games, I do find a lot of people feel like getting back into the game and stuff. Like, I get that with PUBG, I get that with Warcraft. Even the way I play StarCraft, because, like, I'm not trying to, like, you know, optimize how many people I'm trying to build and stuff like that. I often find people are like, man, I feel like playing because it's like, it's fun kind of thing. But yeah, I always have to be careful because for some people, certain games can be like all consuming. There's not much I can do about that to stop somebody from doing it, but still, just try to be like aware. Wow, these guys, I don't mind they come back because they sometimes give me extra gold. So that's okay. This makes it really hard to clear this place out. So well, there's the next place. Let's go finish getting this map. Oh, not exactly like a lot of our time is spent together. I spent with her watching videos. What is this? Anyway, watching videos of playing RuneScape or something, for example, but we're near and spending time with each other. Yeah. See, I like hearing when people also have that kind of thing because I don't know if it's common. It seems like it's uncommon to me, but I feel like it's a perfectly normal way of having a relationship and a good healthy one and stuff. Like my partner and I, we both play games, right? We're both gamers. But the thing is, like, we don't play the same games, not always. Sometimes we play the same game, sometimes we play the same game together. But sometimes we just want to play our own games beside each other. Or like, you know, he'll watch a show on his computer and I'll be drawing or something, you know, whatever. The point is we're both here, and like our cats will come and hang out with us, and you know, everybody's here, and it's nice. Like at the moment, because he's injured, which is why he's home at the moment, is basically like the other day we're all hanging out. We're all just like laying in bed, basically in like the middle of the day. I'm like, this is usually my thing, but I appreciate that you're here also doing it. Like he's injured, so he's got to lay down, right? And our cats were like there too, and it was like all four of us, and yeah, it was just like nice and happy kind of little situation. Oh shit, back off, mate. No. That is a broadsword. I can't carry that. Take me home. But or we're watching movies in the background, doing our own thing. Get that out of my face. For some reason, it's just me home alone. I feel really uncomfortable.
Stay a while and listen.
It could just be your feelings about the house too. Like it may have like a sense of emptiness, or just like, I don't know, all sorts of things. I had that with one of my houses. Was whenever I wasn't actively like listening to music or something like that, back when I was by myself, I tended to find that I hated the house. I hated the house that I lived in. So as long as I was doing something and not consciously aware of my like existence in the house, I was fine. But as soon as I stopped doing whatever and became aware of it again, I was just like, man, I hate this place. It makes me upset to be here, kind of thing. It was just like, it had really, really high internal like walls, and it was a very narrow house. So it made it look smaller than it was. Very much like, not like a cell so much, but it felt very enclosed kind of thing. I'm not claustrophobic or anything, but fucking hell, it was like, it could do it to somebody if you were claustrophobic. I might go back up this way. This way's got some empty space. So I was wondering, how often do people confuse PC addiction with other issues like playing using PC as just defense mechanism? There are a lot of people that will seek out using a computer to escape from reality, as long as you do actually allocate a little bit of time to kind of like deal with whatever's happening in reality. That's a good thing. If you're not, it's unhealthy. I had that at one point when I had a really shitty job, and I kind of like would come home every day and just like kind of jump into a game where it didn't allow me to think for hours on end. And at the end of like the hours of gameplay and stuff, I was right back to the same level of like, what do you call it? Like, I guess like tenseness from the day's work and stuff like that, because I hadn't had any time to like let myself come down from the day. What is in here? Has this got like an altar or something? I guess it does. I must have to come back here. Do I have something on me that I'm supposed to do? What? No, I'm just supposed to find the dude. That's fine. Wait, no, stay down. Yeah, like that kind of a situation is not healthy, because you stay in like a heightened state of like not well between like all of it. As long as you do actually allocate some time to like deal with whatever's going on, it's fine. And that's back in there. But yeah, a lot of people don't know that too. So it's always something. I don't mind like mentioning that every so often, because some people just don't realize that they're doing it. And yeah, sometimes it takes just hearing about it to know. Got both of those. Let's see, I missed something. I don't know, I mean, me and my wife have been married since 21, 27. And now almost 28. A really healthy relationship. I think we don't even argue unless it's something stupid, trivial thing, you know. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. I think all of that's really good so far. Doesn't matter what house it is. Always felt really alone, uncomfortable in the house. No one else is there. And that could be something from a long time ago then, that perhaps like isn't as obvious. Like, I'm not gonna like ask you to like think back on like your childhood or like teens or anything like that and be like sort it out. No, but like I get it. It's probably just like a situational discomfort of being like, you know, alone. it could also be that, like, you know how some people have introverted tendencies and stuff like that. It could be like, you know, not an introvert thing. I don't know. I've heard about those, but I don't really know enough about them. Sorry, I'm being a little silly with that. But yeah, look, it could be something else. I don't really know. A lot of people also don't always like being like left alone with, say, their own thoughts and stuff. That's a big thing too. Like, if you guys hadn't noticed, I kind of talk nonstop, but this is my ever-running like list of thoughts that like go through my head. I just say them out loud. That's why we have like 4 hours of nonstop talking in stream. And if I'm by myself, I just speak out loud so the cats can hear my conversation. So my cats can hear my running dialogue when Nick's not home. I've been doing that for years. I'm sure they're sick of it. But yeah, no, I've always done that. So gotta go to work, studies. And that's all good, Shadow. I appreciate you like dropping by and hearing about my awful beetle fucking situation. I hope the studies and stuff go well today. The person could be 5 rooms away for me and feel like it's fine. But for Sloan, no, don't like it. Yeah, no, I'm kind of the same. So long as you're on the same premises, like you could be inside and like, for instance, my partner could be outside in the yard, right? And I could be inside the house in bed or whatever. And we're hanging out. We're both home. We're not necessarily in each other's presence, but I know where he is. And I could tell, like, you know, he's there if I need him kind of thing. Like, if something were to happen, I could easily probably yell out and it'd be fine. That kind of thing. Then voices reach, kind of. I want to tell you something that I absolutely love about you. Oh, shit, I'm in fire. Yeah? Love how you say lol in such a normal voice. Oh, yeah, that's, I have apparently a really monotone voice, apparently. It's like a thing my family has. We all kind of talk unexpressive. But I'm glad you like it, because like some people hate it because they feel like they can't read me or read my emotion and stuff because like I don't express it very well. But it's fine. Like, I appreciate that you said that too. That's really nice. I always laugh about it. Look, I have certain ways of like starting sentences and bringing up and recalling information and stuff like that. And I'm sure like some of it's tiring to hear over and over again. But at the same time, like, it's how I talk. So I hadn't do too much about it. I think of this way, I feel like people literally pay to hear you talk. Well, I mean,
I can't carry
sort of.
anymore.
The funny thing about that, Mirthless, you say that, it's not so much like people paying to hear me talk and stuff like that, right? Is more so as somebody that can just have like a constant like running monologue and stuff, right? Obviously people get sick of it after a while. I'm talking about like IRL people. Like, as far as I can tell, none of you guys got sick of it yet. Like, if you do, it's no requirement to be here, you know. I've always said that, like, there's no pressure to be here. If you've got time and you want to hang out, I'm here. If I'm not here, it's probably because I don't have internet. But yeah, the funniest part about it is that I kind of knew when I started streaming, and I'm like, you know what? I've said this before, I've had family like tell me to shut up or like not talk and stuff like that because they didn't like my voice when I was growing up and stuff. And like, I've had workplaces where I'm not allowed to talk and stuff like that. And I like the fact that I can talk for ages and have conversations, you know, every night with you guys, and I can hear about your days and I can, you know, catch up with you, and I love it because, yeah, it's like I do like to talk. I just don't really get to.
Not enough money.
It's like, even if you should see the size of the fucking text messages I talk to my cousins with. They're like maximum word limits. And they're pretty used to it too. I just give them a couple of days to respond. But yeah, like I can have a fucking big ass conversation. It's just that here people, if they want to listen, all I have to do is literally click on my stream and I'm here. Whereas like if they get bored of it, I won't even know if they leave because I can't see like the viewer count and stuff. So like there's freedom to come and go and be here and not be and stuff like that. Like take your own amount of like how much you can tolerate of me kind of thing. It's like careful measurements or something like that. Like make sure to not overfill your cup. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going with that. Oh man. But yeah, I don't kind of look at it as like people paying to be here and stuff like that. Like obviously if you've got a sub or if you've like done a prime or anything like that, like I always appreciate that because like streaming is my full-time job. Like streaming, content creation, stuff like that, like this is what I do. So any kind of support and stuff you guys give me helps me heaps. And don't forget, you can always get like stickers and shit from like the merch store and stuff as well if you want to like have an excuse to tell other people about me IRL. Like if you want to bring me up in conversation but you don't know how, get a sticker and put it on something. That way people can like be like, what's this? And it's like, oh man, there's a streamer from Australia and she never shuts up, but she's like sometimes funny and sometimes she just thinks she's funny, you know. But that's the funny part about it is when she thinks she's being funny. I don't know. Like I'm often out in the garage. I think I saw that. What? Back up a bit. Oh no, I didn't read that. I'm often out in the garage, working on the Falcon, tidying, no issues. But as soon as I'm inside the house,
I am overburdened.
what? Do I have full inventory again? No, not quite. There's no issues, but as soon as I'm inside the house, if no one's there, it's weird. I think it's most of a mental state. I think the house should be full. It probably is. Either that, or perhaps you're one of the undergrounders on RimWorld, where you don't like to be outdoors, or like the reverse of that. You're like one of the outdoors people that don't like to be indoors for very long. Something like that. I don't know. That's all I've got. That's all I can think of. Because like I'm a really indoorsy person. Like I don't know. I like having like space to myself as well. So I guess I've got to kind of go up here. Yeah, if the house is all to myself, that's fantastic. You know, as far as I'm concerned. But like it's fine if there's people there as well. Guests are difficult. Like it's nice to have guests over, but it's a lot of work to kind of entertain them for a couple of days. You know, especially when like I don't sleep or eat and stuff like that at regular times the way normal people do. So I have to remember to feed people and I have to remember to like wake up at certain things. I am overburdened. Like when I'm in the garage, I have no problems, you know. It could also just be that the garage maybe feels more open, probably because it has like a bigger door on it. Kind of thing. It could also just be something like that where it feels like it's maybe outside or more external to house, if depending on if it's standalone or included in like part of the house design or something like that, because some garages are kind of offset separate kind of thing. I feel like having a shed or something like that, it's an outdoor space that you feel like you can go to that's a bit different from inside. Could be that's the case. How am I going for health? I need stuff. That's strength. I haven't seen any good rings come through yet. I learned from streaming to never look at a viewer count, just be yourself. You know, just be you and chill. Yeah. No, I find I experience anxiety when I see how many people are watching me. So I don't want to see it and I don't want to hear it. I had somebody come in once and they're like, oh, you have this many people. And I literally flipped my car in PUBG and like crashed and arrived in front of 2 people and had to do some kind of stupid battle. Because like I was so like caught off guard. And just like the hyper awareness that people were there watching me. Like I generally try to think, or at least for a long time I was thinking that like people come in and say hello and then they like disappear kind of thing. But then Twitch tells me occasionally that I hit achievements like, you know, having 5 average people watching me, or now we're up to 10 and stuff like that. So I have to be somewhat aware that I've got at least 10 people at any given time possibly watching me. And to a degree, I kind of know that I speak to at least 11 people a night that come through and say hello. Sometimes there's more, but I kind of know like my 11 or so like regular faces and stuff like that. And it's nice because like for me it's about the people. Like it's about getting to have a connection, kind of getting to know, you know, you guys that are spending your time here with me, instead of being like, oh, I have this many followers and I've got this many viewers and stuff. Like you can have 1,000 viewers and, or sorry, you can have 1,000 followers and have like one viewer, and it's like, it's not really a good thing. But you have 1,000 viewers, and to some people that means everything, you know. But for me, I don't really give a shit. It's just however many people are actively having a conversation with me, it's always nice, you know. I still love that so much, but when you try to do it, I can't help but laugh. I'm sure I probably do some weird things. Like every so often I do some like really fucking weird things. I know that. Like I don't even realize I'm doing it, and then somebody says that I've done something, I'm like, wait, I did that? Like it's just subconscious, I don't notice. These stickers are so cool. I'm hoping to add more. Sorry. Let me just grab a drink of water. I'm hoping to remove some of the clothes from the merch store and add more stickers and stuff, because like it'd be pretty cool to have like people, you know, have like shirts or whatever, but honestly I think like the stickers are better. They don't cost as much and they're kind of more, you know, more kind of versatile, where people can kind of do more things with them. Like you can stick a bomb, a laptop, or, you know, car or fridge, or, you know, whatever. Or you could use it as like a bookmark. I'd love to have bookmarks, but they're not an option. All sorts of things. But yeah, I mean, I'll let you guys know when I update shit anyway. I'll probably keep things like mostly limited, so that it's kind of like at some point they'll run out so I can replace them. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, let's keep going through here. Having guests, I give them the best food. I just have to remember to feed guests. Like the other thing too is I do like food prep in a way where like I cook one meal a week, and that feeds me for like 2 weeks, or more. So I often have to check with my guests if they're okay with like reheating a meal that I've made in advance, or if they want to bring something themselves, or if we organize to get like pizzas or something like that. Which of course, with like the issues that I have with eating certain foods and stuff like that making me sick, that can also be a problem for like ordering in stuff or getting meals out. So that can be frustrating too. It's sometimes easier because pretty much the only people that stay over are like my cousins, and yeah, one of them doesn't. Well, they both kind of don't eat. To be fair, but one of them, when they do eat a lot. So the meals that I've already got made and stuff kind of aren't usually enough. So yeah, there's just like a little bit of like forethought and planning and stuff. I used to go out of my way to kind of cook things exclusively for guests and stuff. Like, oh, I'm having somebody over, I'll cook a roast or some shit like that. And I had too many friends cancel on me whenever I was actually cooking a roast and stuff. And roasts are one of the things I can do pretty fucking well. So, you know, as a single person living by myself, to throw like 30 plus bucks on a piece of food that's gonna take like a week to get through, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of like food to try to like, you know, eat one thing for a week. So I kind of just stopped doing that and be like, okay, we can get this. Or if I don't really have money for takeaway or some shit, it's like, well, I've got frozen meals. And usually they're mostly all fine with it. I just have to be careful of, like, my cousin is like my partner. They cannot eat roux. So I can't give them that. My other cousin won't eat dark because she had a pet dark, which is fair. So I have to be mindful of that. And the one that can't eat roux doesn't really like turkey either. So I have to, like, it's minor details kind of thing. Like, I've done this whole place except for there. Just go up and get that corner. I don't know. It's more so like someone there, but also, oh, hold on, hidden stash. Is it also like to be alone, if you know what I mean? No, I know. I sort of get it. It's just one of those things that's a little bit hard to kind of describe. Like when I try to describe why I like being alone, it's mostly just like I lived by myself for like several years. So I was very used to being in like an empty house and just pure silence and go at my own pace kind of thing. So it's very easy to kind of describe that, but not everybody's kind of had that fucking experience. Like a lot of people will have to have like lived with people at times and stuff, and just combination of like OCD and just can't be fucked. Like it's part of why I like haven't lived with people. Plus I've also always had pets as well. So I haven't really wanted to risk having like a housemate like leave a fucking door open and lose my cat or some shit like that. So yeah. If I didn't have pets, maybe I would have considered it at some point. But yeah, it's mostly the OCD side of it. I just can't stand to have somebody like dirtying up the place. Not in like unhygienic kind of way. It's just like it's the constant mental side of it with OCD. You don't really get much of a choice in what you consider to be dirty when you've got OCD. The brain just goes, oh man, did you see that thing that touched that other thing? Yeah, you're gonna have to clean that now. That's how that works, basically. I prefer people to be home, but when people are home, I prefer those people to leave me alone. Yeah. I don't know. Like, if I have a visitor over, I am having a visitor over to obviously, like, catch up with them. That's it. I just don't have people, like, socially just rock up and spend time with me. Like, it's planned, it's intentional. We both know that we've got to socialize a fair bit for a while. That's kind of how it goes. Kind of thing. But, I guess I don't have, like, apart from my 2 cousins, I don't really have, like, any family or anything try to visit me either. So I don't have, like, you know, the unwelcome party kind of turn up and be in my space and stuff. I used to kind of have that at one point where my dad would come over and he'd see something and he'd be like, oh, just fix that. And I'm like, can you not? Can you just be here? Can you just, like, exist and spend time with me as, like, a person? And he's like, no, I'll just go fix that. And I'm like, ugh. And then I've got tools left everywhere on everything, and then I've got to clean shit afterwards. And it's like, I really would have rathered if you didn't. Like, I can deal with that thing being broken. It's been broken for a while, you know? But it's not in, like, a super helpful constructive way either. It's mostly just, like, criticism. It's like, oh, well, people think if that's broken, it's like, I don't give a shit who's these people you speak of that's going to be in my house seeing this thing. It's just like, unless I tell somebody, nobody knows it's broken. Like, nobody's here. But yeah, I don't know. Old people kind of, like, old world perspective kind of thing. You know? I don't know, make your house up for parties kind of shit. Got to have a story about a flatmate leaving shit open. Oh man. I think it's more that Falcon keeps me comfortable, you know, it's the first car. Oh, hold on. It's blew up, rebuilt it, 10k rebuild, and then again blew it up. And again, so now I live on, what? And now I put 20k into it, and it's such a huge love for the Falcon. Yeah, I could understand that. And I've grown so much with it since, huge love. Falcon grown so much since 20 years. I spent the last 7 years growing alongside it. I guess, you know. Yeah. No, I get that. I'm also one of those people that kind of like get something for the long term kind of thing and then just keep putting work into it. Like, my car is currently not running. I do not have money to fix it. It broke down last August and it's been broken down since, which is not good for a car, as you guys would know. But I can't do anything about it. What the fuck are those? The hell? You should defile it. They're disgusting. Hold on. Oh, yeah, no. I remember them. I was gonna say, I'm like, I do not remember them. They're very shiny. Let's not talk about cars that I'm running. Currently have 4. And it's all good. I sometimes get into like a bit of car talk and stuff like that because like I like playing like Need for Speed Underground 2 and stuff. And the car that I play in the game is the same car I've got in real life. It's just that I don't have it like done up like that kind of thing. So yeah, I sometimes get on the topic